Okay. Sorry, my OBS and YouTube are not. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I can't. Huh. I can't hear myself, like my microphone, so I don't know if the sound is coming through. But we'll just go with that until something happens. Okay. Huh, that's weird. Like, I can't... Usually I can hear, like, my microphone, but I can't hear it at all right now, so I don't know what's going on. But we'll... as long as it works, it's fine, I guess. Yeah, so we're just continuing from last time where I'm, like, working on this little animation, and now we're on the coloring phase, and usually I really like coloring, but, you know, I did this to myself. There's just, like, a lot of these little parts I need to keep track of. Just all these, like, little bits, the accessories, and all that, so, sometimes I miss them, and sometimes, you know, I'll zoom in and I've, like, missed a pixel that I've should have filled in. So it's taking a little longer than I thought it would, because usually coloring is kind of fast for me, but this is where we are, and I did this to myself, so... And I'm gonna try to finish most of, like, the fill-ins at least, because I haven't quite decided on how I want to color this, like if I even want to do any shading at all, or I could save that till later, which I should have, I think, decided by now, but yeah, we'll just do some, like, filling and just basic coloring, go from there. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, my YouTube isn't even, my OBS, like, isn't even showing that I'm streaming yet. Okay. There we go. I don't know what's going on. Like, it was fine a second ago, and then I started. I, like, selected the stream, and now nothing's working, but whatever. As long as you guys can hear me and it sounds fine and everything. That's all. Could be like my computer, like my my actual sound setting. Let me check. Maybe probably just have some, like, weird, like, app open somewhere that's using that somewhere. But okay, oh well. All right. Where was I? Yeah, so I have these lines, and my voice is cracking a lot today. They're meant to be, like, kind of a little transparent, like sheer fabric. So we are filling that in, and then we're just, like, lowering the transparency. I mean, the like, opacity later. So it's not really that fancy. Just gonna I thought I was good on time for like finishing this since I want to finish it by Sunday-ish. And I think I could do that if I just focused up, but I kind of maybe want to do something tomorrow. Like go out. So we'll see how far I can go today. And then there's just other stuff that I want to get done, that I want to try to get done by the end of the month. Other little drawings and projects and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how far I can get. Yeah, I thought a stream would help because then I can just be a little less distracted. Wait. No, it doesn't work too much because sometimes I'll just end up talking on stream and not working. But better than me not being on stream and just kind of walking around. Getting up and not doing something. Yeah. Gotta lock in. This is like for me too. Like this, I'm just doing this as like a little fun little gift for myself, and I'm still like kind of procrastinating when what was it? It was like back to back, like, or not back to back, but like really close together. I think it was like Roberu and Ruse have birthdays like pretty close to each other, or like a week apart, and I like locked in for those because I did these two little animations for them, and I ended up really liking them. But that was just like constant. I was just animating, coloring, and I managed to do that, but like for my own birthday, my own animation, I'm just like dragging my heels. Here, kind of the 100, it'll be like that. So yeah, we like lower that transparency, the opacity, and it looks, and then we'll change the color of those lines later. Stay hydrated. Okay. Now we'll do this part, and we'll do like all the flats and stuff first. So we're not gonna have these like guidelines, which are basically like other fill-in lines, and we're just not gonna worry about those right now. And also, since I am kind of hurrying this and it's kind of just for me, it's not super organized like my files and my layers and stuff. So I'm just gonna turn these off and see what needs to be fixed. So we can do a mask layer, or like put a layer mask on and kind of erase these extra lines that are sticking out. Yes. Here's this. These aren't totally gone. I'm just doing like a mask. So in case I do need to do any fixing or editing later, I don't need to redraw or worry about that. I don't even know what that line was. And yes, there's things I have forgotten to draw in, or maybe not forgotten, just didn't want to at the time. So there's some things that need going in. Oh, it's because it's to be on a higher line. I see. I'll do it on this one then. So you can... Oh, I guess I copied and pasted these? Oh, I just never brought it over. Okay. That saves us some time. Oops. What is this? Gonna line them up properly. This over. This one over. This one up. That's all we need to do. Okay. Okay. So let's turn that off first. The guide on. Rename our layer. And start coloring. So it's just the fill tool. Oops. I should make some proper guides for some of the details. Your fingernail. We're just doing this so it's consistent through the frames. They kind of don't look like the colors are just jumping around. And then connect them here. Yeah, like so. And then we just keep going. I forgot some some guidelines that I want. So let's just take them from the other one and paste them in. That's easier. One's a little off. That's okay. I don't really want to make them jump around too much. Okay. Now we can go back, do this. Just drop it in colors, drop it in, drop it in, drop it in, drop it in. It's good. It's good that I'm doing this, not just for productivity's sake and kind of working a little bit faster, but it's a good distraction because I think I applied for tickets, like, you know, they're like lotto tickets, that style of getting tickets for my favorite idol group, and I think results come out today. And I don't expect myself to win them. So I just need to like not think and not check my email right now. Also, Majima Pirates comes out today and it looks really fun. I want to play it. But I know a week from now is also Monster Hunter and I want to play that. And games are expensive. Yeah, we're just coloring them. Changing colors a lot. It's already looking better. Yeah, like the coloring part is really fun because I think that's when you kind of see it start to come together. And it's okay if some frames don't look perfect. So many layers. And I'm going to do some of these lines just now because I forgot. Didn't do it on these either. On this one. Okay, we're just going to copy those over too. Oh no, we have them. We just didn't fix them. Okay, but we didn't do these. Something I don't like about working with texture layers is how they don't really listen to you sometimes. Let me erase that. Let me erase that. Let me erase that. Fun. Man, I'm already hungry. Forgot some of my colors. As in what things colors are supposed to be some. I might do like a bit more detail on these kinds of these frames, but I tend to just do these like big solid blocks. Zoom in and see all the pixels that we forgot to color in or didn't get caught with the paint bucket tool. So fun. It's an enjoyable part of the process. Oopsie. Over the line a bit. Okay. I think that's good for now. Okay. And now we just do it for the rest. Feel these lines. Ah, darn it. Copy that. And hi. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're enjoying your evening or morning or whatever time it is over there. Just coloring a bunch of frames and gonna keep going until they're all colored. Need this. Yeah. Remember to save. Yeah, like what I was saying before, I think this part is usually pretty fun for me, like just doing all the colors, just using the paint bucket tool and just dropping in all the colors, but this one, it's a little tedious for this one, so like there's a lot of parts that I can miss and I have been missing, so it's a little frustrating. Wondering if I should do like one color all at once for everything or just go frame by frame. Let me think about that for a second. We can do all the colors at once. That might help me keep track of things. Let us clean some of them up first, though. Can't believe how fast this year is going. You know, it's already almost the end of February. And I feel like New Year's was just like last week. The hairline? Yes. And it's kind of hard to tell if you don't really think about it because it's not really getting warmer or anything. It's been pretty cold here still, lately especially, but I think it's gonna warm up later in the week. But, right? It's already like almost the end of February. It's so crazy. I think, you know, because sometimes people are like, oh, well, it's because February's short, but like it's still like it still feels like New Year's was like last week. Yeah. And then, you know, Chinese New Year wasn't too, or Lunar New Year, whatever you want, wasn't too long ago either, so it still felt like the New Year season. So thinking about how it's already gonna be March is just wild to me. Like, that is not yet, you know, not yet. But right, I think we talked about this before about how like New Year's in your head it's like a big holiday, but once it actually happens, like no one really does anything. Especially in America, I was really surprised when I was when you're in the States for New Year's, like stores are just, and restaurants are just open, like on New Year's Day, like things are just going on. Right, yeah, exactly. Like there's still 28 days in the month. Like it's not like February is like a week long. And like the second half is feels pretty loaded, at least to me, because you know, my birthday is February 23rd. So I'm always just like, I always start getting excited around that, but I also really like Valentine's Day. So the beginning of February is just kind of like slow. And then once it hits like February 13th, it just starts like going, you know, a million miles an hour. It's just, it's crazy. But you know, maybe is it like also when you get older, like you just don't feel, you know, it just feels so short. And I don't mean that in like kind of a depressing way. I mean like when you're a kid, like you just kind of measure everything by school. Yeah. Right? Like if that makes sense. Like it feels longer just because you know you have like so many more months of school, or like whenever you get out, because I know different places, like different regions and different countries have different school schedules. But like for me, you know, the big break, like the year change is after summer break. So it's just like your year was so long because it would kind of center around like when summer is, or like Christmas break was like the big in between. So it just felt longer because it's like, oh well, we're just in February, like it's nowhere near June yet. But now it's, you know, you don't think about things in terms of school or school years or how long until exams or whatever. So it's just like it's already gonna be March. All the game releases are towards the end of the month, and Pokemon Day is at the end of the month, and it's like, oh, I know. It should be up here. And this that needs fixing. Cleaning up. Yeah, it's either too fast or too slow. Never in between. I used to really, really like winter too. Like as a season. I don't hate it now. It's not like I hate it or anything, but it's just too cold sometimes, and I just don't feel like going out. But I don't feel like summer is too hot, so I don't feel like going out. And then spring, I get seasonal allergies, so I don't feel like going out. And fall is the only time of the year where you can go out. That's just how it doesn't make the rules. Oh man, these lines are so messy. How did I get away with myself doing this? Just gotta keep track of Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, fall's like my favorite season, but I think now it's also too short. I guess depending on where you live, like summer, or I don't know, maybe it's just like a climate change thing. Like it's not, it's kind of happening everywhere, but it's like winter and summer are so long now, like as in like the temperatures, it's just, it gets cold for so long, and then it's hot for so long that like the in-betweens, you know, spring and fall, they just seem so short, and you're like just waiting for it to come, and like thinking, oh, when can I like put my sweaters on and like my little like my light jackets on for fall, instead of, you know, wearing like super like shorts and short sleeves and stuff, and then you just keep wearing your summer stuff, and then the next day you have to get your coat out. Like fall just doesn't happen as much. And I get cold like super easily, so spring is just, you know, I always just have to wear jackets. Or, you know, like when it's summer and places inside, their air conditioning is so strong that, you know, you have to, it's so hot out, but you have to like carry it like a jacket or like a sweater or something with you. Oops. Not even just in summer, but if you go to a place that's like kind of warm, like when I was in Malaysia, I would have like a light cardigan with me in my bag all the time, because there are some like shopping malls and stuff where it is like the AC just blasts so hard that it is so cold, even though it is so hot outside. I'm like that with movie theaters too, just anywhere. I feel like I need to bring a blanket with me if I go to a movie theater. I always forget around the face stuff. I have to. This one, this layer. Yeah, movie theaters are like freezers. Oh man, this kind of recently I went to see, I was seeing Sonic. I was seeing Sonic 3, and the movie theater we went to, so this was like, speaking of how New Year's just isn't special. I saw Sonic 3 like on New Year's Day at the movie theater, and I think what happened was that the movie theater's heaters, like the heating system, just like wasn't on at all, and so it's super cold outside, and watching the movie, it just felt like we were sitting outside in the winter, like January temperatures, watching a movie, and we were just all wearing our coats and super bundled up and like huddled as close as we could to to watch this movie. Like, I'm just trying to watch Shadow do stuff, and I don't know what, like, I don't know if they even knew. But it was crazy. Like, I don't know what happened, because it couldn't have been just that normal temperature. I don't think people, like, it was just too cold. And I think people went out to say something, to like complain or kind of be like, hey, the heating system or whatever it is isn't on in this theater or like this room, and nothing happened. Like, but that was the worst. Like, that was a special case, but it was still pretty bad. I want some of these guidelines to stay on, but I don't want things to not be colored. So that's kind of really annoying. Then we can So yeah, I think I'll just go through each frame and color the things of each color at once. I turned off the wrong guide. Oopsie. I moved a layer by accident. Like, see, this is what I mean. It's just so tedious. I feel like this part isn't difficult. I wouldn't say it's difficult. It's just lots of parts. I've been saying this a lot, but I did it to myself, so I don't really have anyone to blame but me. What? Let's see. Turn this one back on. Yep, I made problems for future me, and now I am for future me. Bye! Just doing this. I've like placed my layers wrong. That. Yeah, she can handle it. Let's just get Future Ally to do it. Oh no. Yeah, so now we have all of that on each one. And now we will do, what will we do? Do the face, I think. Just all of the face. Yeah, but the worst thing is, this is like for me, like this isn't just what? Like my own little birthday gift to myself. I want to make myself a cute little animation. And the way that I made cute little animations for my VTuber OSHI's birthdays, and then I procrastinated on my own. So it's not my birthday today, it's Sunday. But I will probably like be doing things on Sunday, my actual birthday, so I won't be like here to stream, I think. So we're seeing how fast, I guess, I can do stuff before then. I haven't completely like planned out my birthday or what I want to do. Last time it was my biggest OSHI is me, and this time it's my biggest enemy is me. Yep, I am my own OSHI and my own hater. Oh, thank you. I realized I was pushed away from my mic. And then we'll do eyes, because that's gonna be a whole thing. Selecting these lines is also tedious part. This, I don't have to do it this way, but this is the way I ended up doing it, so I guess I'm committing. Okay. I'll do the shadow. When I switch to the different frames, they're always on the layer I don't want it to be on. Which is just annoying. It's rude, you know? It's gonna manually fix. Ooh. Oh, let me. Probably. I don't think I'll like leave so soon. Like I don't think I'll end the stream that soon because I want to make sure I finish stuff. But I'm already hungry. I think it's just because I'm like going fast and talking at the same time, so I'm using up energy. But maybe I'll just grab a snack or something. Yeah, like it's kind of the fun part. Like I was saying before, kind of earlier, I haven't quite decided how I want to do some of the coloring on this, like shading wise, with regards to like shading and effects. But right now, I'm just doing like the flats. But yeah, it's like, I think just seeing the lines, it's kind of different, and then when you start filling it in, like it kind of starts coming together and stuff. Yeah, I kind of like doing streams in the afternoon. It makes me less sleepy. But thank you. Thanks for watching while you eat. That kind of sounds nice. I hope it's nice. Let's do the blacks next. We just need to be careful that we don't miss any of these little extra pixels. Because it can be pretty easy to miss those. Fill in these two. It's always on the line art layer when I switch layers, not the color layer, so I can't just immediately fill. Oh, it's evening over there. And then I hope it's like chill enough. It's not like ruining your rhythm or whatever. But that has been tough for me to figure out because I never know what's a good time to do like a stream, because YouTube, like the YouTube stats and analytics and whatever, they kind of tell you things like, oh, how not like where your viewers are from, like with regards to country and like the age range and like the gender breakdown stuff of like your viewers and stuff. And I know I get a lot of viewers from the US, and I know the time difference is quite different, so but I have the people that watch me are all in different parts of the US too, so a lot of my regular people are like, there's people on the East Coast, there's people on the West Coast, and there's people, you know, not on the coasts. Trying not to like dox. So it's not easy to pick, I guess, or you know, it's like it'll be dinner time for some people and it'll be like really late for some people, and then for me it's the afternoon, it's like lunchtime. Or you know, and then I stream on like weekdays, so my friends over here are like working. Probably, I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah. It kind of depends on the day or the stream. Like sometimes I will definitely have a lot of Americans in, and then sometimes I have a lot of people from the Asia, like Southeast Asia, or I guess the Japan region. Again, not trying to just give out a bunch of information that people don't want to be given out, but and like, yeah, it's usually fine with streams because I don't really expect like a ton of people, or you know, I keep the VODs, the replays, but I guess it's more that like algorithm stuff, I guess. Like posting things online, like on social media, like the Twitter and all that, that's way more annoying because I try not to think about it or like care about it too much, but you know, that's just the way those pretty much all like social media works nowadays. It's like if you miss it, you just have to keep reposting and like your own stuff and hoping that somebody who missed it would see it, because if you post it at, you know, someone's 3 a.m., they're just not going to see it. Right, because that happens to me sometimes. Like if my friends post something on like Facebook or Instagram or like one of the other things, and you know they're in the States, like I might miss that. That's really annoying. Yeah. I try not to think about it too much of like, oh, you should post art at like 7 p.m. in the West Coast time or whatever. I try not to think about that, but sometimes like when a post doesn't do as well as you think it should, like you just start thinking about that. Hi. Right, yeah, like you see like a lot of nice art just not get numbers, and you know, sometimes I think people will be like, oh, it's like the algorithm is screwing me over, and then sometimes it's like, I don't know how you expect the people to see this. If they don't use, like, not to be like, oh, you have to do this, you have to play the social media game to do things, but it's like, they'll say like, oh, well, I posted it on this platform and it did really well, and then I posted it on this one and it did really bad. And like, you look at the two and one of them has like hashtags and one of them doesn't. One of them was posted at a different time. Like, there's all these things. And sometimes it really just doesn't matter. Like sometimes you just get surprised that some posts will take off and some posts don't. It's hard. Yeah, for sure it's hard. Yeah. Yeah. I turn on notifications for a lot of artists that I like, since a lot of them are halfway across the world. Like, yeah, I mean, same for me. And then, yeah, some of the artists, like most of the artists I follow are near or on my time zone. It's like half and half for me. Like half of the artists and stuff I follow are close to my time zone. And then I think it's also like categorically, because I follow a lot of artists, but more like crafters, I guess. Like they make more like physical items, and I follow a lot of American artists for that, and I just like miss a ton of posts sometimes. Yeah, it's like, it's annoying. And I know I've been saying like, oh, I'll post more on like Blue Sky and whatever, but it is half that I just keep forgetting, and half that like I just don't really know how it works, I guess. Like I know it's basically Twitter, but I don't know if they use like the same hashtags on Blue Sky, like if that makes sense. Like, you know how, for example, like VTubers will have their own kind of set of hashtags of like, oh, if you post fan art, like use this hashtag. Like, I don't know if they're like the exact same on like Blue Sky and Twitter. Like, I would imagine so, but I don't know. I don't know what the game is. You know, like I feel like each social media platform kind of has its own like air quotes game that you have to play of like how to post things, or like what's the right or like the cool way to post things. And I just don't know. Plus I'm like, I think I'm just like tired. Like switching platforms all the time is tiring, and you know, sometimes I'll think like, oh, I should post something about this, and then I'll think like, well, I don't know if people will be interested in this. So like, do I really want to tell everyone this or that? But I think, especially around like for people like my age, like I think privacy on social media has become more of a thing of like, we used to post everything, and now we don't really want to post about certain things or like post photos about our lives or stuff. And I feel kind of weird because I use some social media platforms kind of specifically for keeping up with family, and they are always posting pictures of themselves and their family and all these nice little updates that I get, and I'm like, yay. But then when it comes to me, like I almost never post pictures that show my or my family members' faces for like privacy reasons. Not just for like regular, like, but I've known people that have gotten like their accounts like hacked, or their photos get stolen, and then they use those photos to like pretend that it's you, like on a scam. So like I tried just never posting those kinds of things, but I feel like bad because it's my family and they're posting all these updates and all these like pictures and like, oh look at this, and then I like post a picture of like the building I was at, or like, oh yeah, I went to Disney, here's a photo of like a Disney ride, like not me at Disney or something, like if that makes any sense. About like, I'm still not used to Blue Sky. I don't check it nearly as often as I do with Twitter, and I don't use Blue Sky still on Twitter, unfortunately, because most of the people I follow aren't hopping over, and I feel that like I'm the same. When I made my account, I was like checking it a bit, and it was like fine, but I didn't really feel like the pull of like, oh, now I don't have to use Twitter, like I can just use this. It was still like I have to still check Twitter for things, or I think like the big thing about Twitter is like you can get news on it, and I don't really mean like world news, like things happening in real life, but I mean like announcements and games, and about like games, or like when your VTuber is streaming, or like just like regular things that you kind of want to be updated about, and like you don't really get that on Blue Sky. It's just kind of like the social aspect of you get people talking about whatever, and that's fine, but like I still need to check Twitter for things. And yeah, a lot of people that I follow like either like aren't hopping over, or just are like honestly like a little annoying about it. Like, oh, I don't use Twitter anymore, I'm always on Blue Sky. And it's just like, okay, but like I'm not there yet. Like I am not at that point where I think like I can just delete my Twitter app and like quit it completely. Like I'm still at that point where I just need to keep using it or checking it, or like it does, like that's just how I get my views and stuff. Like that's how people know about my stuff, right? Yeah, and then it's just all this stuff about like, oh, people use this now, people don't use this. It's like, Oh, like, yeah. I mean, lately I've been getting like tons of like spam DMs on Twitter, which is super annoying because sometimes it gives me email notifications because like DMs on Twitter are like really important because that's kind of how like sometimes people will like message you for commission work and stuff like that. So I need to keep checking them, and I need to have like them open to everyone, or I need to have like email notifications on it. And then I just get all these like spam kind of like, you're added to this group and it's like clearly a scam or spam or a bot or something, and I just have to like delete and or report like 20 of them at a time. It is so bad. Like Twitter has gotten really bad. It's just like I still need to use it, like the same way that I still need to use Facebook because I'm keeping up with family members and stuff that use it. Like I can't like just get rid of it yet. Yeah, I'm hopping around the chat. Yeah, when somebody says they only post on Blue Sky, I go and follow them, but check their profile like once a month. Yeah. Or like, because people know that not everyone has just hopped over or completely switched, they'll cross post. Like they'll still post things, like cross post to Twitter, or like, you know, they'll post their art and be like, oh, you can see this on Blue Sky. And it's like, but if you're just gonna keep doing that, then I don't need to switch yet. And yeah, it like all that crypto accounts and the bots, like it's so, I don't want to have to deal with it, but still, it's like I don't switch yet. I don't know. It's too much. Sure I get these in because I'm forgetting. And now, like, because I've changed some of the lines, there's these little extra bits that I need to fill in. Yeah, I've been getting that too, like the YouTube. Well, no, sometimes I do get like crypto stuff, like, you know, Bitcoin type cryptocurrency kind of things, but I have also been getting like AI stuff, and that really pisses me off. Like, I get the ads that are like the sponsored videos, ads that are like, oh, I made like $1,000 a day, or like this weekend by using AI to make this, and it's just, I hate that. I hate it. It's so, I hate it. I don't know why, I guess they just advertise that stuff to everyone, but, you know, there's sometimes where, like, you'll get an ad just through YouTube, like, at the start of a video, and you're like, okay, I'm not really interested, but I understand why I got this, like, it, you know, it's some program or some shopping service or some store or, like, something that you get, and you're like, okay, I understand why I get this, but then it's like, sometimes I'll get, like, AI for video editing type kind of like those kind of ads, and it's just like, is this targeted to me, or is it just, is everyone getting this? Like, what is going, I hate it. It's yeah, it's just so bad. It's really disgusting. It makes me really mad. And I'm like okay with watching ads and stuff, because having done things like channel monetization and stuff, like, I understand, so I don't really mind ads, like, even being there or having to watch them, or like, I never really get mad when it's like, you know, you're watching a YouTube video and then they do their like, and from today's sponsor, and I think, like, I'm okay with that, but I just wish that I could choose, like, there are some like platforms, I guess, where you can say like, don't show me this ad, or like, I am not interested in this, like give me a different ad if you're going to give me an ad. And I like a lot of times, like I can't do that for the AI stuff, and that is bad. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I skip them. I usually skip it if it's like in the video, but I also like, I understand like that's just how people are getting their money and being able to like keep their channel going. So like, I don't get like mad. I just skip it, and it's fine. I think everyone just sort of expects that. Yeah, right. It doesn't work. You report and you say like, I don't like this ad, or I don't, I'm not interested, and it doesn't. It just kind of keeps showing it to you. Yeah. The thing that has been bothering me is, so I look for royalty-free music to use, like for my streams, or sometimes for like projects and videos and stuff. And sometimes I'll find a song that's really nice, or like I want to use it for, the video or the stream, and it's like a nice song, but the cover art is clearly AI art, or they say like, oh, the credit for the illustration is like Midjourney, or whatever AI program they use, and that makes me so mad, because like I just don't want to use it anymore. Like I'm not going to use that song anymore, and I really wish, like I sort of understand. I mean, I don't really understand, because I don't, like, I am just so against AI stuff, but I get that if you're not super into that like scene, like, or you'd want to have an appealing image so that people click it and then use your song. But then when I see that it is like an AI art, cover art or something, I just immediately decide like, nope, I'm not going to use this. Like I would really rather see a stock image for a cover, or like a really, really simple illustration or something, when it's like this, like, yeah, like when you see it, it's like, it just makes you feel bad. Oh my god. The thing I hate most is when I search up an image and all of it is just filled with AI. I hate that, and like it is really, really ruining a lot of things. So like, yeah, okay, so you said I have that issue as well. Yeah, definitely. Like it's just, I don't like, so at some point people have to realize that like that's hurting them. Like you see, like once you see that it's AI, like you just kind of stop wanting to use it. And then, there's been people that are like, oh, this person uses AI on their like art, like their covers or whatever, like don't use it. And like that's gotta hurt more. But here we are. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of like that music, those like music videos on YouTube, like lo-fi, that type of like, oh, it's just an hour of music. It is like clearly AI, and like when I see that, I don't, I go to my history, I click the X so that like all the views are wiped, and I just don't use that anymore. I don't look at it. It's so bad. Like it's getting really bad. Writing about using AI art in school projects, that's so bad. Like it's getting dark, because I can't. I am like afraid to think of the future of people who have been dependent on like ChatGPT kind of stuff, and you know, think it's really cool and then haven't really done the work. And I know that sounds so like boomer and you know, back in my day, but like, come on. Yeah, and it so like back to that point of like when you Google an image for something and it's like a bunch of AI art, and like, yeah, like the scuff dancing lions in the corner, like the thing is, you don't have to be like an artist to realize those mistakes and like that scuff. Like anyone, even if you're not really like artistically inclined, quote unquote, if you just look at something for more than a couple seconds, you'll start to notice them. And that's the thing that's really crazy to me. It's like, I have seen so many terrible kind of like AI illustrations that I'm just like, how did you upload this and think like it was good when it's just so weird and bizarre and like kind of freaky? And it's because like the second you look at like the very first like that split second, you're like, oh, it's pretty, but then that's just where they stop. And I don't want to be too like mean about it, but like for example, yeah, it's got this really like super shiny plasticky kind of like, I think like the funniest thing that I see just on the regular like so often is like when the face, like the head is very anime, as in it's kind of got this like TV anime like seed like cell shaded kind of look of like it's very flat and not in a bad way, but I mean like it looks very cartoony, but like not in a bad way. And then the body is super 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 detailed and it's like so weird. Yeah, like I don't think I need to convince the people in this chat or like who watched me that like, you know, AI is bad, but it's just it's so weird. So like as an example, I was looking up a reference image for something. Like I just wanted like a stock photo or just like a photograph of someone to use as like a reference image for a drawing, and it was something like eating cake or something, like a cute girl eating cake or whatever. Like it was a drawing about like desserts. And I kept getting like these AI like anime illustrations, and I still remember this one that I got that was like an anime girl eating cake, and it was so bizarre because like everything about it was so wrong, and I was so shocked because if you looked at it for 2 seconds, there's so many bizarre things about it that I can't imagine why anyone would look at it and be like, this is good. Like, so first of all, it's supposed to be about like a girl eating like a cake, but the background, the setting was like a bar, like a fancy bar. And then the plate in front of her didn't even have cake. It was like pancakes and waffles. And then the girl eating the cake was eating, like holding the slice with her bare hands. Like she was holding it like a pizza, but there was like forks nearby. And she's just like eating the cake like a pizza. And it's like, how would you look at this and think this is like, this is a fine illustration of someone eating cake. Like, it was so crazy. And that's the thing that really, like, gets me, of just, like, how would you think that this is a passable image on any level? And so much of AR, I think, is like that, where it's just like, oh, as long as the face looks kind of nice, then, the rest of it be damned. Because, yeah, it was just like, I am not looking for AI images. They just show up, and it's like, I'm just trying to look for someone, like a reference photo, a stock photo of someone holding a fork in their hand, and like they have a cake in front of them, and I'm getting AI images of anime girls holding slices of cake with their bare hands. But like, back to my original point, like, that's really bad. Like, just trying to find regular photos as references, and you just get mountains of trash. And yeah, kind of like what you guys were saying before, just there's going to be people who, I'm not super worried about like the medical field, because I think that's still going to be really rigorous, and I think it is a good skill to know of doing research, and when you need to do research. But like, ChatGPT ain't it. Yeah. Yeah. I think the thing that feels really bad is when it's not obvious, and when I think it's happened to everyone, right? Like, you see something and you're like, oh, that's really nice, and then you look at it a bit longer, or something else happens and you realize, like, that's AI actually, and that feels really bad, honestly. Because, like, there definitely has been instances where, like, I've seen something and I'm like, oh, that looks nice, and I didn't know it was AI at first, because they don't really have any like super crazy details in it, or anything that you would think like would be something you could mess up on, I guess. And then when it gets pointed out, I'm just like, oh man, like, I really didn't see that. Yeah, right? Like, when you like it and then you realize they are, and then you unlike it, you just feel like that you've betrayed yourself, or like you feel kind of like, oh, how did I not catch that? Because there's a lot that is, like, most of it I think is really obvious at first glance, and there's a lot that I think is not obvious. Depending on the amount of like detail or lack thereof or something. The thing that really has been bothering me too is when people accuse other people of using AI art, and they aren't, and it just feels really bad, because it's kind of like saying that they're a bad artist, and it's okay to make mistakes, and that's kind of how you learn and stuff, right? But it being a thing of like, oh, this is so bad, there's no way a human could have drawn something this bad, is just like so rude. yeah, there's like AIs and it's trained off people's art that they've done, so like it really bothers me that a lot of AI art kind of has like a certain style now, but like they learned it from an artist that does it. So it's like there are people that are really, really good artists, or like really have a specific kind of style of coloring that has a lot of like AI models train off of, or like people like, so they keep doing that kind of like prompt or whatever. And then I feel this really bad because people are like straying away from that now, because it's like, oh, that's what AI looks like, and like but that's just what the person is drawing. Yeah. It's just so harmful. I think I saw one recently that was... It might have been fan art, like Kimetsu no Yaiba fan art or something, or it was like a female character, and they were like in a dancing kind of pose, and then someone accused them of using AI art because it was things that I think were just parts of their style, like very stylized things, like parts of their limbs were very skinny, or they kind of had like anatomy problems, but I think very, very understandable anatomy problems. And it was just like, oh, well, like the anatomy's off, like obviously this was done by AI. And I think that's like really harmful. That right, you can't be bad. Like you can't make these mistakes, because then people are just gonna say that you use AI or something. And I think that's... Or like using it as an insult, like, oh, this looks like it was drawn by AI, or yeah, like back to what I was saying, like they're trained off people, so it's that's just what people's styles are like sometimes. And yeah, it definitely, sometimes it just definitely feels like a clout thing, like it, you know, it's like a buzzwordy kind of popular thing to say. Right, yeah, like it was just like, oh, it's just a joke, or like, no, I didn't really mean it, or like like the ones where it's they try to justify it by being like, well, no, like the real takeaway is that we shouldn't be doing this, and like you shouldn't be drawing things like this. Yeah, I think like a human mistake and then, you know, a quote unquote like AI mistake, like I think they've got their differences, and you can kind of tell when someone is just like, it makes like the mistake, you can understand why it would be made, but a lot of like AI mistakes are just like, you know, strands of hair being connected to themselves and then to the clothes and stuff, which like no person drawing would make, right? Like, why would you do that? Or if you did, you would just like delete it and then fix it and then re-upload it, right? Like, it's more believable to draw a hand poorly than to draw like 7 fingers or like 4 fingers on a hand or something, right? Or like, you can draw a bad hand, but you wouldn't fuse it to a fork. But I do think like accusing people of AI art can be harmful, and kind of what we were saying before, like sometimes it just seems like it's just a trendy thing to say, or like a funny thing to say rather than meaning it. Right, exactly. There's a difference between forgetting to draw like a line and then connecting the background to the foreground. Right. And I think, yeah, like I was saying before, you don't really have to be trained or like artistically inclined to catch some of that stuff. I know I think like in chess and stuff, like sometimes people are caught cheating because they would make a move that like no one would actually make. Like you wouldn't just like randomly move something for some reason. Like it's clearly a computer, an engine kind of thing telling you to make that move. And yeah, just that people can tell when a human decision is made and when it's not. But anyway, yeah, getting ads for AI is so annoying. I do know a lot of people like use it casually, like for fun, as in they'll like pop something in the chat GPT for like a joke or a laugh or something, something not really like serious, like not work related or whatever. And that's, I don't know, it's like I'm not too mad about that, like it's fine, but also I think it just creates a bad habit of like, oh, as soon as I need to think about something or like be creative with something, instead of trying, I will just ask ChatGPT. Arigatou gozaimasu! Thank you! Ureshii! Thank you so much! Oh, I'm really happy. Wow, Ureshii. I got so distracted. But yeah, AI, sometimes it you know, and it doesn't feel good, but like sometimes you look at one and you're like, it is kind of pretty, but ew. The effort could be spent elsewhere. And you know, like I do think there are uses and things that AI can be used for that would help people, not just in, you know, for example, like the medical field, but just in creative things and in work. And I think people are not interested in making those because it just doesn't, it's not instant. Wow. Maybe. Oh, that's just an AI bots to create AI prompts. Like that's just a new level of low. But like, come on, like that effort, just use it on something else. Like, I don't know where that satisfaction comes from of like You know, I imagine that people do it because it feels like they made something, or it feels good to make something, and I get that. Like, this is what I do, right? But don't you just sort of, wouldn't you just feel like you're cheating, or like you didn't really make it? So, like, that's the thing I don't get. Like, how do they not feel that? I think is crazy for me. Oh, but Robert is streaming right now, isn't he? Like playing Dynasty Warriors or something. Wait, I want to play. I've heard good things about not to like change the subject completely, but I've heard good things about the Dynasty Warriors Origins game, and I tried a demo and it was pretty fun, but it was surprisingly kind of difficult. Like, I could not get Lubu. But I want to play it, but I might wait. But that one of my friends was saying that I should get it and stream it, and it would be a fun game to stream. But we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, I love Musou games. The character designs are really nice in the new Dynasty Warriors. I think they're a bit different this time, but I like them. Why does this not look the way I want it to? There's something about this that I do not enjoy. If we it might be I think the mouth is good. I mess up mouths all the time. I don't think that was it. What's going on? Yeah, like, bear with me, because we're just gonna keep like editing this little frame until it looks okay. I feel like without the colors it looks nice, but then with the colors it looks kind of crazy. Maybe. Is there something you're too big? Again, bear with me. I'm just gonna do some. Just to see what's going on. Okay, so the eyes are. I'm just doing this to like isolate parts to see what looks right and what looks wrong. So if I like get rid of this, like individually they look fine. I think it's the eyes. I think they're looking a little too crazy. I think maybe a little too big or something. Uh-oh. Let's save just in case. It's the last the frame it ends on, so I want to make sure it looks good. I usually don't care that much about individual frames. I think I'll just redraw that mouth. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Please let me edit on this. I don't want to spend too much time like fixing this, so we're just gonna like sheet essentially. I don't know if I like that better. Like, I don't. Oops. I keep accidentally flipping it. No. Okay, we're trying again. And let's do... Let's do this instead. Do lipstick first because I think that's the thing that's throwing me off. I think like on my first stream I said that mouths actually give me a lot of trouble, and now you're seeing it firsthand. This is so bad. Let's get rid of the mole first. Let's... I don't take up too much time because we have a bunch of other stuff it's doing. I keep flipping it. Yeah, I think it's just because like the lipstick is messing me up because it's changing the shape as I do it. Be the sides of them too. And I'm kind of using this like very blunt pixel brush, so it's not entirely listening to all the things I want it to do. Yeah, what I was saying, I would normally not care too much about one frame, but this is the end frame, so I want it to, it's probably going to stay on this for a bit, so I want it to look a little good. Hmm. I'm gonna keep tweaking it until we get there. Hmm. Could be just something else. Flip it and then see if that gives me any. Not much different. Ugh. Okay. I just feel like without the color it looks fine, and then with the color it looks really like not the same frame. I don't know what it is. But I spent too much time on it already. So I think I'll just kind of keep going and see if it stays kind of weird, and then if it does, then I'll just like redo it or something. Oops. And then if it doesn't, like maybe it'll just fix itself. Like maybe because it's not colored all the way, it looks a little weird. Now maybe I like the notes. Dare I try again? Yeah. I was sort of talkative, and now I'm so quiet because this face is just throwing me off. Let's... No, this one. And what if we lift it just a little bit up and then like that? I'll figure it out. I guess because that just looks kind of off anyway, right? If we... It's gonna problem solve real quick. Oh. Could have been because I was, my drawings were shifted. This is like there. I don't know what it is. Something is off. locked in, but like in the bad way. Locked in due to frustration. Hi, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Oh, maybe it was just the lipstick. I think I was doing the shape wrong, and I was doing it too underneath, not above. Oh boy. But I do think some parts are a little... Well, the issue now is that all the frames come out like this. But I think I will actually end up for this frame doing a bunch of things like little like sparkles and stuff, so maybe at the end it won't be so like empty looking, I guess. But I do also not like some of these lines that I've made. I feel like that's always the case with me when it comes to coloring. When I get to the coloring stage of like animations, there's always a frame that I'll get to where I'm like, this not good. Don't realize it, that I don't like it until the very end. So I'm just gonna keep editing this until I like it, I think. Move the eyebrows down. Okay. I might also change the eye shape. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm just... This important. It's not looking the way I want. Okay, fix that up. Coloring on the wrong layer now, like everything's just going wrong. We're just gonna redo these shapes. We're just gonna see what happens. I think I'll bring like these lids down. Clean it up a bit. My worry is that it'll look different after changing because of the frame before it, because it's kind of, they're matched. But we'll see. I wasn't liking. I just wasn't liking that frame. And I still need to move this down. I think I'll just it down. And let's hope that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, there's lots of fixes we need to do. But this is why doing stuff on different layers is nice, because we can fix up or edit around that the face, like the eyes and stuff, without messing around with the hair. Okay, it's getting better, but we need to fix up the shape. The eyes, they're a little too rounded now when they're really quite angular. Okay, too angular. Fix the shape at the top. Pray. Oops. Oh, handy little like tip if you're ever doing stuff like this on the eyedropper tool for Clip Studio Paint. Over here there's two options, like pick displayed color. So like, you know, I want the skin tone color, but if I do this because the opacity is down, like it's gonna pick you know, the wrong color. But if I pick color from layer, then even if this is, you know, the lower opacity, or if it's like a multiply layer, you can grab the actual color, which is really nice when you are working with like different layer blend types, like a multiply layer or something. But I do just have like it's kind of, my overlay is kind of blocking it, but I do have like a color palette here that I'm just grabbing colors off of. Oh. It's a little like crooked now. I think if I made the eyes like really wide, it looks, because it's supposed to be kind of like a jump, it looks like a little too much. And this, the shape is still a little off. I'm gonna use that as a guide. Okay, let's try that. Okay, bring down, level with that. Green, back, paint. Hmm. I think now this is too high. I'm spending so much time on this. What? Yeah, the eyes look like they're kind of like bouncing around. So we'll probably need to fix that. Part of me like wants to just save this for later and just keep with the coloring, but part of me thinks like if I don't fix this now, then and I just keep with the coloring, it's just gonna be worse. As in, I will end up coloring lines that, you know, shouldn't be there or something. Let's do some like basic editing. Throw it down. Okay. Constant tweaking. Down and around like that. I think. Maybe. So that this line is a little too low. Possibly. No, that was not it. Please. You know, it was honestly like probably fine in the beginning. Then I just thought it didn't look fine. Now I'm like on my 5th redraw of this eye. Now I'm just too far. Yeah, I just think like it might be fine, but I think if I ignore it, it's just gonna bother me in the end. Probably just this part. There's gotta be something in every like project I do where I just redraw it over and over again because I'm like, it's not right. I'm not satisfied. And I guess this is it. Like, I think it looked fine before. Like, I didn't really catch that anything looked weird until I was coloring like half of it, and I was like, ooh. I think I'll just like end up doing a bunch of like effects and stuff anyway, so I don't... Oh well. It's probably for the better that I did this. My worry is these other frames. So face doesn't like match up anymore. This frame is nice, and then like I feel like without like the lines, like it's kind of the opposite of the first part where the lines look fine and then the colors look off. I'm just gonna be trying a bunch of stuff and seeing what lands. Because maybe I'm thinking it's a line issue and it might be a color issue instead, actually. And I also think I want to keep this one. I was so serious about consistency, and now I'm just like, well, let's just get it done. I need to get this down right now. Yeah, we can fix up the face and stuff later. Let's just get back to coloring. Like, for real, if it ends up looking fine with the colors, I'll cry probably. It's a little in between. Turn this off for now. Turn it back on. Same thing here. Okay. Okay. Oops. And we're just gonna drop in everything really fast. I'll probably like end up coloring some of the lines, like the line arch too, because I think that always looks nice. I think I can do it easily on this one. Yeah, I know I've been in for a bit, and I started like a little bit earlier than I did. So yeah, I totally understand. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for coming and chatting and stuff. I will see you next time. Hope you have a good day. Yeah, I know some people watch me when they're doing work too. Like, it's not like I have a bunch of viewers, but people have just told me, like, oh yeah, I put your stream on, you were streaming the other day, and I put it on when I was doing something, and it was really nice. Which I appreciate always, that's very nice, but I do hope, if you are working on something and you are watching me right now, I hope things are going better for you than they are for me. I don't know what's going on here. What is that? Like, get out of here. And this is not the bad part where we're just kind of dropping in colors and stuff, but yeah, it's a little tedious. See all these little bits that need filling in. Also, it feels kind of nice to just manually do it sometimes, just kind of coloring it in. I have a coating on my tablet, like one of those like sticker label things that you can kind of put like a sheet protector kind of thing, like on an iPad, that type of stuff. I have one on my tablet that kind of gives it a bit of like a paper texture, which feels really nice, but it wears out my pen nibs pretty fast, so I'm kind of worried about too much like scribbling. That's not too bad, I think. Yeah, I might change the eyes here because they're a little too wide open, maybe. But I think it's doing okay. And then I think I'll keep it out of the camera for now, just so it's not my views aren't getting messed up. This is the part where I didn't draw the guidelines yet. Okay. I think we'll just fill in the parts that we can that don't really need additional editing, because I have been going for a while, longer than usual, and I am, as usual, getting hungry. And yeah, I know it must be late for some people. I'm some people. Ah, that's frustrating. having that one frame I just didn't realize looked weird until I got to it, until I got to coloring it, like the last step. But yeah, we'll get there. I think it's actually like pretty close to maybe finishing if I don't want to do any extra stuff, but I'll probably want to do extra stuff. So like I don't see myself really like finishing this at maybe in time for my birthday. But that's okay. We can at least do things that don't. And there's just so many layers that I've done that need turning on and turning off. I'm just checking the motion right now. Not really like timing or cameras or anything. So I'll probably need to do some edits on the face. Maybe do some effects. It looked so nice in the rough. I might just end up redrawing this frame. I don't. I mean, I can see like the differences. I like spent like 45 minutes like redrawing these eyes little by little, but like see, it looks really cute in this kind of rough frame, and I'm just moving it around to see that I'm not like crazy. Right. But I feel like with the colors and the lines, that's not really coming through. And it might be this eye shape. But also, like, I don't know, the hair looks cuter in this too. We'll figure it out. Oh, my, that's so weird. My, so at the beginning of the, stream, I was saying that my audio wasn't coming through on my own computer, like, I couldn't hear my microphone, and I couldn't, like, my music was really quiet and stuff, but apparently it was fine, and now it suddenly came back, you know, at the end, so, oh boy. But yeah, I do think I might call it there, and, kind of take a break for myself, because yeah, I'm struggling. Like, as in, I know something's off and I'm not quite figuring it out, and that's fine. Like, I might actually just redraw some frames, or like redo a color like or something. But I do think it's coming along pretty nice. Like, it's just a little thing for me. But yeah. Yeah, I think I will call it there. I do hope you guys have the rest of your day goes very nicely. If it's afternoon for you, if not, like, and you're gonna go to bed, like, sleep well, I guess. And thanks for tuning in. And I know I streamed a couple days ago, and most people were there too, so thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll do another one next week. Maybe? I think I can do at least one next week. But yeah, I think it's coming out kind of cute. And I've got some other projects that I do want to work on, so I do not want to take up too much time on like this little thing for myself, but we'll see. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll call it there. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun for me, and I will see you next time. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you tune in and chat with me. I'm glad they're pretty chill. They're fun. I like chatting with people. So, thanks for that. Yeah, I'll see you around. Bye bye.